Jesus gospel to the streets. Preach a gospel, teach a gospel, sing the gospel, live the gospel. The gospel of Jesus must be preached in the streets always. The gospel of Jesus must be heard in the streets worldwide.
Psalms 57 verse 2 says, I will cry unto God most high, unto God that performeth all things, or fulfills his purpose for me. No truer words can be said about this promising songwriter, singer, author, and motivational speaker joining me live and direct at Wave Lab Productions in Brampton, Ontario, Canada, to discuss his album release, God Plus Me Equal Purpose. Please help me to welcome Donovan Campbell, affectionately known as Brother DC.
Hey, I'm here. Happy to be here.
Welcome, Brother DC. I know
Thank
it's
you.
snowing on the outside,
Thank
but
you.
I can feel your warmth radiating right here in the studio. When you talk about hidden talents, when I listened to your album, there were some hidden talents I didn't even know you had. Each time I listened, I left feeling inspired,
Wow.
but more so in awe
Wow.
of how good God is and how worthy he is to be praised and how he's used you to communicate these messages to us. God plus me equal purpose has something to satisfy the musical taste of its varied listeners. But more importantly, it seems to take its listeners on a journey from a cry aloud to God to fix our lives to one of hope through thanksgiving. Tell us, why God plus me equals purpose?
You know, God was working all along, but I didn't realize it until, after 13 years, So now I fully recognize that, God have a plan and a purpose for my life doing music, and people have been blessed by it. So that's how comes I end up with that title for the album, God Plus Me Equal Purpose.
Right. So it's almost like an acknowledgement of the purpose that you've identified over these years.
Yeah.
When did you start putting this album together?
I would say I start putting this, I think God was putting it together from 2013, but for me, I think it started in 2019. I think that's where I start to put things in place.
Right. Now, what was your first reaction when you listened to the entire album?
Man, wow. I am so humbled. I'm so humbled because it's a journey. It's a journey. And so much things happen on the journey. But, I'm so humbled to receive God inspiration and to move on the inspirations that God have given me, and to be able to put it all together on a CD, and to be able to can share it to the entire world. So I am really humbled by it.
So the first reaction you had after listening to the album in its completeness was one of humbleness.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now we're going to talk about the album, because that's why we're here. What is your favorite track on this album?
I would say Jesus Gospel Worldwide.
Jesus Gospel Worldwide. Now, using my vernacular, the beat on track 8, it's shalalalal. Slap way, as some people would say.
Oh my God.
I was jamming from, I remember listening to it on my way home, and I was just repeating the song. It slap way.
Wow.
The gospel of Jesus definitely must be preached in the streets.
Yeah.
The Gospel Commission says in Matthew 28,
Yeah.
18 to 20, go ye therefore and teach all nations. Tell us a little bit more. How important is sharing this gospel of Jesus Christ?
Very good question. Before I go to the question, that beat was given to me free by my friend in Jamaica, Clifton Wilson. He's the one that he just give me beats like that, and sometimes I purchase beats from him too. So I was into a situation where I he give me this beat, and this beat is just it's just so wowed to me. And this is the first beat I ever this is the first high beat I ever record a song on. I've never recorded a song on a high beat before. So it's just wow about it and the inspiration about it. About it. But oh, it's important to share the gospel. The gospel definitely the gospel the gospel of Jesus transformed my life into to the person who I am right now. And I know that the gospel can transform other people who feel hopeless and feel like their world is ended, and their situation cannot turn around, you know. So the gospel is very important. The gospel is raw, it is practical, and the gospel must present just like how it is in the Bible. We don't need to add to the Bible or to subtract from the Bible. Just present it. Because I believe that the Bible the Bible is I believe the Bible is the most book that is sold worldwide. And I believe the reason why it is the most book that is sold worldwide is because the Bible, it is a full package. So if you want spiritual counseling, the Bible have it. If you want love or fear counseling, the Bible is there. If you want hope, the Bible is there to give you that. And yeah, the Bible is just a full package. So definitely spread the gospel worldwide.
And spreading the gospel indeed. I can hear this song being played by everyone in the
Wow.
streets, in homes, on varied social media platforms, in cars. Brother DC, your purpose has been fulfilled.
But to God be the glory.
Amen. Let's just get right into it. So let's start with track 1, Fix Our Lives. When I was listening to this song, it sounded like a plea for individuals to fix or make their lives right with Christ. You mentioned, why are we living the way we are living? Fix our lives. What was the inspiration behind this song?
I think this is where the whole official recording started. For me, I was going through a lot. I was going through a broken heart relationship. Family wise, I was going through a lot, and work wise, I was going through a lot. So it was paining my heart so much, and as usual, I just write out my feelings in song and pray to God. So I I said this time, why not reach out to one of my church sister that can sing very well at church, and I reached out to her and tell her about the idea, and yeah, we got the song recorded in 2013, and that song up until now it is spiritual medicine to my heart and mind and soul overall.
Right. No, you said it was written from a place of brokenness.
Yeah,
And you wanted God to fix your life.
yeah,
Can I tell you how real and applicable that is even right now in 2020? Like if we think about what's happened this year,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
A pandemic, mass unemployment, death.
Yeah.
And so this song, Fix Our Lives, it's definitely a testimony. Not only your testimony, but a testimony I think listeners can definitely relate to.
Yeah.
So let's move on to God Me Need You. No, this one uses our vernacular, right? God Me Need You. I felt
Oh
like I
my
was back in the
God.
Caribbean, jamming. God Me Need You. My life, my life. I was jamming in my car. It's catchy. It has a different beat. You
Yeah.
made many different biblical references throughout this song.
Yeah.
Can you highlight for the listeners the biblical references?
Okay, from a biblical perspective, I was going through a disappointment situation with my girlfriend at the time. Now is my wife, and I felt so disappointed, and I feel like I was like Peter when he was sinking on in the sea, and Jesus reached out to save him. I feel like I feel like writing that song. I don't want to pretty up my language talking to God. May I cry out, help, God, help! That's how I feel writing that song. So I don't need to pretty up no English or, polish the words. I just speak how I feel. I'm drowning. God, me need you. No, urgent. So I express and I write the song based on how I felt in that
And
disappointment
I'm sure
moment.
God showed up.
For sure, for sure. He gave me a song and beyond.
He did. My God is real. You said, you started out by asking, can I tell you my testimony before stating, my God is real? Go ahead and testify, Brother DC. We are listening. Would you mind sharing one of the testimonies that encouraged you to write this song?
Um, my testimony writing that song, just leaving from the Caribbean, coming to Canada. I not accustomed to this climate, a lot of snow and all of these things, and get up, extra early to go to work and so forth, and have to go through um snowstorm and all of these things. So that inspiration of that song, it just come from of me exercising my faith into God and knowing that God is real to take me through. So, I see God and the works in my life several times. So that's how comes that